Gonzalez? I know you see him every day. Do they compare at all?
Yeah, probably very similar. I think Martinez seems maybe to run a little bit better, maybe a little bit more straight line speed, but both are very, very savvy. Both have played a lot of football, and both obviously have won a lot of football games. So yeah.
And a four-year starter, how difficult is that when you got a young defense against a four-year starter?
It's challenging, I would definitely say that, just because again, it's a lot of things he's already seen, So it's going to be up to us to make sure that we try to throw him a couple curveballs and try to be able to inflict as much pressure on him as we can. Because again, being a senior and has played a lot of football, he's extremely comfortable right now, and it shows. He's making a ton of plays.
What's the biggest challenge of this offense and this system?
They're just so multiple, and they got a lot of seniors up front. A lot of skill, good backs, and I think the O-line is really, really good. So they just do a lot of things, and they do them very well. Probably one of the best offenses we've seen.
Has he become a better passer as he's grown?
I think so. Anytime you've played the amount of snaps he's played, he has no choice but to get better. And you saw it a lot, these first couple games. I think, he's making a lot better decisions. And I think his O-line is protecting him a lot better. And the fact that they do so many things has really played to his strengths.
You get some young guys out there on defense. Are you eager to see how they'll respond to the road environment in a hostile place?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's our first Big Ten game. Those kids are eager. This is what they came to Illinois for, to play in these type of contests, to go on the road and play in those type of stadiums. So it'll be fun. I know my guys will be ready, and we can't wait to get going.
Do you have any starters or guys in the rotation that haven't made the trip before, and those freshmen haven't? An actual road trip?
Nah, you're probably right. A lot of those guys, this will be their first true road test. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. But, again, and this may sound cliche, but, the stadium's really, the length of the field is all the same. And, a lot of those guys, have played with some of those guys before at some point and know someone who knows them or been recruited by them. So, hopefully, the game won't be too big for them. That's why we recruited the kids we recruited and, for these type of moments.
How well is Jonathan Brown playing right now?
Great. Yeah, he's playing great. I don't know where we'd be without him. Again, just a tremendous leader. He's playing extremely fast. He's just doing everything we've asked him to do. He's playing at a great pace right now.
So how disciplined does the line need to be against Martinez, given the dual threat that he poses?
Very disciplined. We got to make sure we're on our points at all times, because he's one that not only if he breaks it, he could go 60 or 70 yards just because he has that type of foot speed. So we got to make sure that we get him corralled and keep him in the pocket, and you just know where he is.
Was playing Miami in their option attack, does that help in any way for Nebraska, or is it just too different?
Yeah, it's pretty different. Nebraska has some option principles, obviously, but just the caliber of athletes that that we'll be dealing with, from Martinez to the running backs to really the offensive line, that presents an issue in itself, just because the caliber of athletes.